Have you ever stopped to think about what a plant is really doing all day? And what about all night? It turns out they're leading this fascinating double life, working around the clock in two completely different ways. So let's dive in and uncover the secret 24-hour cycle of a plant.
So here's a question for you. Do plants actually breathe? You might think it's a simple yes or no, but the real answer is, well, it's way more interesting than that. To really get it, we've got to look at the two very different jobs a plant performs, starting with its day shift. All right, first up, the day shift. This is the job we all know and love plants for. As soon as that sun is out, they get busy. They're hard at work doing something absolutely incredible called photosynthesis. I want you to picture a plant during the day as this tiny, super efficient solar-powered factory. Seriously, it's pulling in all these raw materials. It's got light from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the soil. And its whole business is focused on making one very important product. And what is that product? It's food. You can literally think of photosynthesis as the plant cooking a meal for itself using sunlight as the oven. It takes those basic ingredients, light, water, and CO2, and whips them up into sugar. And that sugar is pure energy. The byproduct of all this cooking? Oh, just the oxygen that pretty much all life on Earth needs to survive. No big deal, right?
So what's the recipe? It's pretty simple, actually. Step 1. The leaves are like these perfect little solar panels, just soaking up all that sunlight. At the exact same time, the plant is inhaling carbon dioxide from the air and drinking up water through its roots. Then it mixes all three of those together to make its food, that sugar we talked about, and as a result, it exhales the oxygen we're all breathing right now.
Okay, so that is an incredibly productive day shift. But what happens when the sun sets? The solar-powered factory has to close down for the night, right? Well, not exactly. The plant's work is far from over. Welcome to the night shift. This is where the plant finally gets to cash in. It's time to use all that amazing energy it worked so hard to store up during the day. And this process? This is called respiration. And the night shift is pretty much the exact opposite of the day shift. It's a perfect mirror image. See, with the sun gone, the factory isn't making food anymore, it's using it. The plant actually starts taking in oxygen to burn the sugar it made, and that's what powers its growth and keeps everything running. So, respiration is all about cashing in on that daytime work. The plant is breaking down those sugars to let the energy out. And here's where it gets really cool. This is the exact same thing our bodies do. We eat food, right? And our cells break down the sugars from that food to give us the energy to, live. Plants are doing the same thing.
So during respiration, the plant takes in oxygen. Yes, it breathes in oxygen just like we do. It uses that oxygen to burn its stored sugar, releasing all that energy it needs to grow and repair itself. And the byproduct? What does it exhale? Carbon dioxide. See? It's the perfect reverse of photosynthesis. Okay, so let's recap. We've got a day shift for making food and a night shift for using it. They're really just two sides of the same coin. So let's put them together and see how this whole thing creates a perfectly balanced system.
Okay, let's break this down side by side. Photosynthesis, its whole purpose is to make food, to store energy. Respiration, its purpose is to use that food to release the energy. Now here's a really crucial point. Photosynthesis can only happen when there's light. But a plant needs to be alive 24/7, right? So respiration, that happens all the time, day and night. And look at the inputs and outputs. They're exact opposites. What one makes, the other uses. It's a perfect system. And there you have it, the whole cycle, day and night. One side just can't exist without the other. It's this beautiful self-sufficient loop of making energy and then using that energy to live and grow. That right there is the plant's double life in a nutshell. So this is a pretty neat system for the plant, for sure. But why does it matter to you? Well, it turns out that this seemingly simple cycle is basically the engine that powers almost all life on Earth. Now really, think about it for a second. The oxygen you're breathing in right this very moment, it was made by a plant during its day shift. And the energy in the food you eat, I don't care if it's a salad or a cheeseburger, that energy ultimately started as sugar created by a plant using sunlight. This cycle isn't just important, it is the absolute foundation of our atmosphere and the entire food web. So let's circle all the way back to that first question. Do plants breathe? The answer is a huge, definite yes. They respire 24/7, just like we do. But they also have that daily superpower, that little bit of magic we call photosynthesis. So the next time you take a nice deep breath or you bite into an apple, you'll know exactly which process you have to thank for it.